Good morning. We are off on a quick fall adventure. We have some friends that we are hiking with and spending a long weekend with. One of them had a conference in Tucson, and so the rest of us cashed in frequent flyer miles to be able to come here and see a different place together. So we are staying in Tucson. I'm going to be doing some exploring all around the city. This morning we're starting in Saguaro National Park, picking up some mostly new miles and taking in the scenery before it gets too hot. It is early October and we're still looking at temperatures in the high 90s down here. So we kind of thought maybe it would be a little bit more mild, but you take what you get. So today we are hiking out of the Douglas Springs area, and we're going to do Douglas Springs to Garwood, to Wild Horse, to Carrillo, and then Douglas Springs. This is part of a network of trails at the base of the eastern district of Saguaro, where you can just piece together hikes of all different lengths and difficulties to enjoy the space that is the Sonoran Desert. So we're wrapping up this hike for today. It ended up being about 5 miles, and with just about 780 feet of elevation gain. We did the hike clockwise, so we took the uphill a longer, slower way, and then we're having a steeper downhill. And we're all pretty happy with that. The uphill was really kind, the route that we went. So recommended if you want to spread that out. I think that's all I'm going to say.
I mean,
with the warmer than expected temperatures, we've been focusing on getting good activity in the morning, hanging out at home during the day, and then getting back out for the later evening hours. So this morning we hiked, then we splashed around in the pool. We actually got in the hot tub even though it was 90 degrees, because why not? And now we're back out moseying around the park, waiting for sunset. What's a sundog?
where you can see the ring. So way
Well, good morning. We are off as a trio today to try to do a big hike. The trails that we need to hike on this side of the park are all now really difficult to access. There's just not a lot of public access to them, or it requires really high clearance vehicles and long drives. But we did find one productive thing we could do today. So we are hiking out the Hope Camp Road. This is something we hiked back in February of this year. And we're going to go further out past where we stopped, pick up a spur trail to the park boundary, and then meet up with another trail that we'll eventually backpack. And fun fact, once we get to the end of where we've been before, we'll be picking up the Arizona Trail. So we'll be doing some AZT hiking today. Yeah. Well, we made it up Quilter's Trail to the intersection with Manning Camp Trail and found a little bit of spot in the shade to eat some sandwiches, and that was really nice, and we decided that's going to be our halfway point for the day, so we turned back and now we're hiking back down the Quilter's Trail, although we're currently climbing uphill on it. And then we'll head back down Hope Camp Trail to our car, putting us probably a little over 14 miles for the day. The kids. So the Hope Camp Trail is a pretty accessible route here in Saguaro that's super quiet, and it's really great in the winter. It is very exposed to the sun, so when the seasons are cold, you'll be pretty warm when you're out here. We're hiking here now in a shoulder season, so like early fall, and it's been fine for the early part of the day, but as the day goes on, you can tell it would be getting increasingly dangerous to be out here in the heat and the sun. This particular route is open to both hikers and mountain bikers, and actually horseback riders can use this section of trail as well. There's a couple of short hikes you can do on here. There's a lookout point. I'll drop the name in the slides while I'm talking, and then there's another nice loop that you can do on the Ruiz Trail and the Coyote Pass or Coyote Pass Wash Trail, and we did both of those in one day earlier this year in January, and they were really great short hikes. You could do both or either of them.
I think this is going to be our book. Oh, nice marker this year. Either this one. No.
This morning we're checking out a different kind of park. This is a national recreation area. Specifically, it is Sabino Canyon. And this area it's like right on the edge of Tucson. And it's clearly very popular. A ton of people are coming out here for their morning exercise. There's a pretty big parking area and accessible trails from that parking area that is like really in town and takes you up into these mountains. You can also take shuttles up into the canyon that kind of get you closer to more of the wild stuff. They don't start until 9 o'clock, so in summer-like weather, that's not really early enough to get moving. So we decided to explore the foothills while it was cool. And then we may or may not take the shuttles out later just to see what it looks like up there. But it's a super cool place to be like right in town. Very jealous of all the locals who get to come out here on the regular.
What? Do you want me to say something?
So that's where Lawson Peak is. Yeah, the one on the right or in the middle.